Okay, everybody, here we are, you and me. Tuesday, February 7th, 2023. Hey, that rhymed. Well, we're going to hear from it later. Well, two its. We're going to hear from President Bidenstein, mummy man himself, and he's going to tell us how great our economy is. He's going to tout how fantastic it is that we're adding all these jobs. But then we're going to hear from the Fed later. Actually, we heard from Lex Luthor, you know who I'm talking about here, Neil Kashkari from the Fed about this jobs creation. Actually, let's cover that real quick. So Neil Kashkari, this man is possessed by the devil. Look at his eyes. Anyway, this is a quote. Continued jobs growth is evidence that the Federal Reserve is not doing enough to slow the economy. So right out of the Federal Reserve's own mouth, they're saying that, they're not doing enough to kill the economy, to kill the consumer. Let's start off with that freak's job. Just like Mary Daly, the other one who said the only way that we're going to stop inflation is by killing jobs. Let's start with theirs. Anyway, so yes, we're going to hear from Mummy Man later with the State of the Union, and that's going to be the most vomitous, disgusting thing to watch on the face of the earth. In fact, I'm not even watching it. I can't listen to the man talk. I just can't. I'm sorry. So if you want to watch it, go ahead. With regard to the Federal Reserve Powell, this supreme it of its, well, we're going to hear from him later too. And I'm sure whatever comes out of its mouth is going to move the market one way or the other. Fantastic and just freaking lovely. So we have yet again another stunning admission right out of the mouth of the Federal Reserve that their mission here is to destroy the economy, is to kill the consumer, kill jobs. I mean, look, no surprise. What are central banks in a collective effort to do right now? Kill the global economy. We have a global economy contracting today at its fastest pace ever on record, period, the end. Don't take Greg Mannarino's word for this. Look it up for yourself. Where's the outcry? I don't know. I don't hear it. Do you? Where's the protest? Nowhere. Lovely. Well, what do you think is going to happen here if there's not even a single outcry other than you and I? No people taking to the streets. Nothing. Just silence. And that should tell you something here. Honestly. So we have this issue in the debt market, and it's an issue. There's no doubt about it. We're not collapsing. We're not melting down. But there's a problem here. Global bond yields are continuing to rise here. U.S. 10-year yield higher this morning. Relative dollar strength higher this morning. The MMRI came up this morning. Okay, we're at 235, 235 with regard to the MMRI. We're getting close to that first line in the sand, which is 250. You all know that. Let's see what's going on here. I have to tell you how bad my allergies are lately. I was just out walking the dogs, and whenever I go out, I just can't breathe. Terrible allergies. Anyway, that's just life in the big city for me. I guess I've had this my whole freaking life. Anyway, with regard to going back to this freak show market, so stock futures are somewhat lower this morning. Nothing major going on. Bond market is an issue. Relative strength of the dollar higher this morning is an issue. This is a fear trade. Something's going on. Is it going to stop? Is it going to progress? My take is it's going to stop because I don't think, just like I said at the end of last year, look at my videos, November, December, when this market was under pressure. We were having a lot of gyrations here with regard to the global debt market. I said, I don't think central banks are done. And what happened last month? Well, central banks pumped the market, bought more debt, stabilized or gave the illusion of stability here in the debt market, and this market ripped higher in January. I still believe that's how it's going to play out now because they're not done. They're not done inflating. They're not done creating more slaves to the system, more dependency on the system. So that's my take on it. I know that, look, there is a lot of people here being floated out, even on the mainstream media, who are saying this market's about to take a big hit. It's not just Michael Burry, who is correct. That is eventually going to happen. And all these other freaks out here, I think their timing is wrong. I really do. I don't see this market crashing or melting down anytime soon. What I do see is even more effort by central banks to stabilize the debt market. Why? You see, understanding some of the pieces that are in place here is key to putting together what the big picture is. And that is central banks are going to continue to inflate. We already have several items in place which will allow central banks to continue to inflate. One is this war that is expanding, more cash going over there, more weapons packages going over there, billions and hundreds of billions of dollars. Okay, so there's one avenue. Number two, which is a big part of this, is central banks have to get in here and buy more debt to keep the illusion real that the debt market is stable. So there's another avenue that will allow central banks to inflate. Tell me, those of you that keep writing to me, oh, Greg, you're wrong, Greg. Look at the Fed's balance sheet. It's right on their website. You can see that it's shrinking. Oh, you can see that the money supply is shrinking, Greg. Why don't you believe this? Why do you believe that's true? Do you honestly believe what you're seeing? I can't believe that. Like the Federal Reserve really is in the middle of shrinking its balance sheet. You believe that? What about all the off-balance sheet stuff? For example, funding wars and buying all the debt. You think that's not happening? How about it absolutely is, and you're not allowed to see that? There are some people who believe everything they see on the television or online. Oh, sure, everything's true online. You know that, right? It's absolutely true. With me, verify everything I'm telling you, okay? Do all the effort you want to put it into digging for yourself. This should make sense to every single one of you that are following this blog. Anyway, let us now move forward. So we have stock futures lower, as I said, some evidence again of instability here in the debt market, a fear trade with regard to the relative dollar strength. You got cryptocurrencies here that aren't doing too well as of late. We have seen Bitcoin fall under 23,000. We were at 24,000 as of recently, but you know the volatility there in the crypto space is off the Richter scale. With regard to gold and silver, okay, they had a nice run up here. Now we're getting in this maybe consolidation period. That's still the place to be, people. Look, I'm going to say it again, okay? Silver, the most undervalued asset in the history of the world. Speaking of silver, check this out. One of my lions out here wrote this book. You see that? R.E. Gold. I'm going to show you something. My copy is autographed. Can you see that? I want to thank you, R.E. Gold. Look, this is something you might want to pay attention to. Let me just read something to you off the back of this here. I think you're going to like it here. As global and personal debts spiral out of control, people are finding it challenging just trying to survive and preserve their wealth. I mean, right there says it all here. Uncertainty and fear are gripping nations as fiat monetary systems fail. Sir, R.E. Gold, you certainly seem to be on the right side of this equation here. To beat the system and stay ahead of the masses and build a diversified portfolio, one can uncover and accumulate true money at discounted prices while having fun. I love that. There's a bunch more here, but if you're interested in picking up a copy of this, and I personally think you should have one, I'm going to put a link to how you can get this off of Amazon in the description of this video. And again, thank you, sir, for this. It looks really good. Just peering through this, you got a lot of pictures and demonstrations here. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you. All right, so with that said, people, look, we got this down. We can't be beat, in my view. We're taking these kind of words to heart. It sounds like me, right? Honestly, I love that. But at the same time, we're taking in the bigger picture. So we have Neil Cash and Carey today explaining how the Fed is not doing enough to slow the economy nor kill jobs. Meanwhile, tonight we're going to hear Bidenstein talking tout the jobs. So let's find out why the mummy, the possessed demonic Frankenstein mummy, who doesn't run the country, but he's some kind of freak show on an epic scale. He's going to tout jobs creation. Meanwhile, the Fed is trying to kill jobs. Why isn't he taking action against the Fed? Because he can. He works for the Fed. It's all doublespeak. It's all lies, distractions, deceptions. Look here, don't look here. Imagine Greg Mannarino's shock. Imagine your shock. This makes me want to puke, okay? And the State of the Union tonight, people, I can promise you one thing. This guy will not watch it. I doubt a single one of you are going to watch it out here. I cannot listen to, I don't even want to look at that thing. I'm talking about President Bidenstein himself. I can't take it. I can't handle it. I don't like the man very much. As a matter of fact, it's, look, it's not just, it's the illusion of what it is, okay? There is no president anymore here in the United States. It's a figurehead, and I don't care who they put there. It doesn't matter who they put or what they put to sit behind the Resolute desk. It can be a farm animal, and it would make no difference. You understand? It's the central banks, it's the Fed that run this freaking world. That's the truth. And everything else is nothing. It's a sideshow act. It's a freak show. A method to keep people divided and hating each other. That's all it is. They need to keep us separated. Because the moment we come together, we win. They know that. So they have to keep us divided by any mechanism they can dream about and think about, while at the same time inflating, creating reasons to pull cash into the now. This is why people... we have to take the opposite side of this trade, betting against the debt, becoming our own central banks here, looking out for each other, loving each other, caring about each other, being charitable to each other, extending a sense of humanity to each other. Because without that, we're all dead. We're all dead. You understand? All right, look, I'm going to end this video now before I freaking really go off the deep end. Anyway, like I said, link in the description of this video. Go check it out. Honestly, I think it should be in your repertoire. Love you a lot. Seriously, please comment, share the video. I will see all of you, live, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I really do like doing these live streams with all of you. I want to interact. So think about what you want to ask me. What questions do you have? I try to address as many as I can during the time I'm out there. So think about what you want to ask. Let's cover it. Let's get to know each other better. I think this is so important here. This isn't just me about blabbing and blabbing and blabbing and blabbing. I want to talk to you. I want to interact with all of you, really. All right? I'll see you later.